So, a lot of people may or may not know much about Thoth, or Thoth, or Tehote. I've heard different ways of pronouncing his name. He is one of the Egyptian gods. So, during the war between Osiris and Set, the gods of light and darkness, essentially, um, they created another god called Thoth. And he was supposed to be balance, basically, like kind of neutral, But the thing is that there was some sort of myth about, well, a ship. Apparently, Thoth made a flying ship, buried it in the sand somewhere, and that when the time comes, someone will find it and change the world. Now, it's a real interesting thought and idea, and I don't even know if it's a real story or not. It's something I've heard in the past. And it's just intriguing. It says in the sand in it. It doesn't necessarily say in Egypt. It says in the sand. This ship is buried in the sand. That is a flying ship, and that when the time comes, it will be found. And the reason I've been thinking about it a lot is all the craziness going on in the Middle East right now, which, I'm just going to point out I don't really know the whole background of it, but there is a point where I'm like, even if you want to support someone for their freedom, there's certain points that you don't cross, and I don't want to go into too much detail because the stories coming out from Gaza and Israel right now are horrifying. But it made me think of one of the stories in Revelations from the Bible where when Armageddon is to begin, the Ark of the Covenant will be found. And that the rumor about the Ark of the Covenant is that, it could be in Jerusalem, buried underground. But there's also the whole story of it being in Ethiopia, which is a whole nother story. But the problem is that one, when it is found, would set off the chain of events where Armageddon happens, the Antichrist comes, and it's like there's a lot of different end of the world scenarios. But one of the reasons I like Thoth's ship is because it doesn't talk about the world ending; it talks about stopping the world from destroying itself. And this flying ship is supposed to be something real special. I don't know. I mean, when we think about flying ships now, we think of our airplanes, but this is supposed to be like an unbeatable machine buried in the sand somewhere. And, I've been thinking a lot about all these different end of the world things because, our real world is insane right now. Um, and just maybe, it'd be nice if somebody could find this hidden ship buried in the sands and keep everybody from killing each other. Well, anyways, have a good one. I got another fun video for tomorrow that I'm thinking about, which is the correlation between beings of light, which are in, some Japanese the stuff going on in like the like Ultraman, and like connecting it with like actual like supernatural things that may or may not have happened. And anyways, I'll catch y'all next time.